Hey everybody, just wanted to make this video to kind of get back into why I originally started this channel and to kind of tell you a little bit more about my story and how I got where I am today with e-cigarettes and how I stopped smoking regular cigarettes. Uh, so yeah, uh, I'd been smoking cigarettes for about 5, 6 years, something like that. And I started on Newports, which is kind of weird, and then kind of slowly worked my way down from there. Uh, I probably went down to like Marlboro menthols, Camel menthols, and then like the menthol and the fiberglass filters really started to bother like my throat and my chest, and so I really had to just kind of get away from the menthols. So I moved over to the non-menthols and smoked the regular Camel full flavored. Uh, and then after that, I went down to Camel Lights, which I had been smoking for years up until now. Um, and there was a couple years where at New Year's, I'd be like, oh yeah, this year I'm gonna quit smoking, and it wouldn't happen. The next year at New Year's, yeah, I'm gonna quit smoking. Never happened. And then this year, I got tired of it never happening, and was like, okay, this has got to be serious. So I had my parents in town for Christmas, and a few years ago I had tried the blue electronic cigarettes, and I mean they were all right, but I never really got into them that much, and they didn't really get me to quit smoking regular cigarettes. It would be more just if I didn't feel like going outside to smoke, I'd just smoke the blue, and then during the day I'd probably just go smoke regular cigarettes. Um, so that didn't really work out. I think I still have the kit somewhere in my closet. Haven't touched it in years. But yeah, so I had my parents in town, and I started talking to them about it. They were asking a whole bunch of questions about how it worked and if it was something that would actually get me to quit smoking. And they kind of saw it as being something that I'd do this for maybe a few months, maybe up to a year, and just completely quit altogether. Uh, so I got a kit with two 1100 mAh Ego Twist batteries. I bought a tank with it and a tip. It came with a carrying case, a charger, and a bottle of liquid. And for the first few days, I'd be smoking regular cigarettes with the electronic one every once in a while. But every day, I would try to smoke the electronic one more. And after about 4 or 5 days, there was one day where I only smoked the electronic cigarette, and I think maybe at the end of the night, around 11 o'clock, 12 o'clock, midnight, I was just like, oh, I want a cigarette, real cigarette. So I put it in my mouth, sparked it up, and as soon as I started dragging on it, it would just it tasted nasty, and so I just couldn't do it anymore. And so ever since that day, I mean, I still get the cravings to have a regular cigarette, but then I just think in my head that it just tasted so gross that I don't want to smoke one anymore. So I just vape on my e-cig for a while, and the craving goes away. But yeah, so I'm regular cigarette free for about 2.5 weeks now. I think my last cigarette was on January 2nd or 3rd. Um, and I've never felt better. I mean, I still have the smoker's cough, but it's clearing out my lungs now. I'm starting to feel a lot better, a lot more energetic, and I just feel happier overall. Um, but tips for new people that are just getting into it or want to get into it: don't just go in there and buy a flavor just because. Try a few different flavors out. Try tobacco flavors. Try tobacco with a mix of flavors like a honey tobacco or a caramel tobacco or a vanilla or something like that. Because I've noticed that now after I've tried a few different juices compared to most of the people out there, um, that I'm not really liking some of the real only tobacco flavors. Um, like I have an RY4 from the Vapor Room, and for someone that likes tobacco flavors, it's great. Um, the flavor of it to me kind of tastes like when you first get a pack and you rip off that little bit of metallic-y paper on top of it, and you just smell it. That's what it tastes like to me. Um, I'm not saying it's bad at all. It's just not quite for me. I like more of like a flavored tobacco. Like one of my tanks right now, I have a black honey tobacco, and it is delicious. Um, I, yeah. So maybe you like the fruity flavors. Maybe you like the dessert flavors. But try out different flavors and find out what you like. And because the more you like a certain flavor, the less likely you are to go back to regular cigarettes. You also want to find the best way. Actually, hold on. In my opinion, the best way to start out is to get an Ego battery. Um, that has the Ego threads on the outside, 510 threads in the inside, and that way, no matter which kind of tank you get. Um, Hold on, let me get one of my other tanks. Here we go. So, I've got this EVOD style tank, and it's got the Ego threads on it that screws right onto the outside. Looks very pretty. Nice vapor cloud off that. Or something like this Aspire BDC that I picked up yesterday at the store. It's got the 510 connection on it. Screws to the inside. Also a nice vapor production. So first off, get you something relatively cheap and affordable in the battery. The Ego Twist style. 20-30 bucks depending on where you get it and what brand it is. But get you a nice little tank. I have some big cartomizers that I got that they hold a lot of liquid, but the air draw on them isn't that good. Let me grab one for you. grab my whole kit so I don't have to keep walking away. Alright, so these are the tanks I'm talking about. They do have the 510 on them. And while they're good tanks, they hold a decent amount of liquid to them, but they're just not, you know, they don't vape as well as some of the other tanks. In this tank, I've actually got my black honey tobacco with my little skull tip. I mean, the juice is great. I'm just not a big fan of this specific tank. It is a Z Vapors brand tank, dual coil tank. But there's not a whole lot of air draw on it, and you know, it seems like I have to draw on it for a long time to get a decent amount of flavor, a decent amount of vapor. You know, where I'd have to vape twice as long on that, and I've got it all the way set up to 4.8 volts. You know, but it's not giving me a burnt flavor, not giving me, you know, a decent amount of vapor. But with the Aspire that I have, and the EVOD, and even my Mini Pro Tank 2, I don't have, you know, it's a much better airflow in it, and you know, it seems like you don't have to vape as long. But with these, I think they have a lower resistance coil in there, so you can bring them down to 3.7, 3.8, 3.4, even all the way down to 3.2, and get a decent amount of flavor and vapor. So, you know, start out small with the Ego Twist. They're not that expensive, and you're able to change the voltage on them to adjust the coils and the juice you're using. And then, you know, you can build your way up from there. I do have a Anakin MVP 2.0 on its way that I bought from massdrop.com, so I got a good price on that. And I also have a mini, or no, not a mini, a Pro Tank 3 coming in, so I'll get to try that out. And just to let everybody know, all of this I'm using my own money. I'm not sponsored. I don't have people sending me free stuff to try out. So all of this, it's all me, and me spending my own money. So that's why I can't really review as many videos, as much stuff as other people can. But with the stuff I do get, I will, you know, try and review it for all the newer people out there, so you can, you know, kind of get my feel for it, and then, you know, make your own opinion and judgment on what you think is going to work best for you. But I can definitely say that I'm really happy with where I'm at right now. You know, since I've completely quit smoking regular or analog cigarettes for almost 2 weeks now, coming up on my 3rd week. And yeah, if you need any help or advice, please ask me, and if I can't answer the question for you, then I will at least point you in the right direction. And yes, watching videos on YouTube definitely helped me out. Going on to a couple different forums, the e-cigarette forums, that's definitely helped me out. I'm also checking out Epic Ecig reviews, which is great, and Chris from Indoor Smokers, love watching his videos. And So there's plenty of resources out there. It's more of the mindset. If you have it in your mind that you want to quit smoking, you need to quit smoking, then it will work for you. But if you go into it as something, I'll try it out, see how it goes, but you don't not really set on it, then it might not work for you. So you need to have that mindset to where I need to quit smoking regular cigarettes, and in my opinion, this is the best way to go. Um, the patches, you're still getting the nicotine just like here, but it's that hand to mouth movement that still probably still gets you to smoke regular cigarettes. And it's the same thing with the gum. You're chewing on it, you're still getting your nicotine, but you need that hand to mouth. And this is great because, one, you're getting your nicotine in your juice, and you're also getting hand to mouth with the draws. And you're still getting to see smoke. Even though it's not smoke, it's just vapor. And it's harmless. It doesn't make your house stink, your apartment stink, your car stink, your clothes stink, your breath stink, anything. And it doesn't make your teeth turn yellow or brown or anything like that. It's great. So, yeah, that's where I'm at right now. I'm definitely looking forward to continuing on this journey. And hopefully many of you will continue on this journey with me or join me as I'm going on my journey. So I'll post a couple links down here on the bottom to some different things that help me out, and maybe they can help you out too. So all in all, I hope everybody has a great day, and I will see you next time.